back to my channel. My name is Joan Natasha Senoga, and I'm very glad to be back. I want to thank you, all of you who subscribed to my channel lately, and those who are subscribers, and those that just returned. I love you so much, and I want to thank all of you for subscribing. For those that are watching without subscribing, please help your girl out. Subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, so that you can always get a notification whenever I post anything. So today, the last time, my last video, I was talking about my pregnancy journey. It was not in details, however I'll keep on breaking it down, into bits. Yes, but mainly today I want to talk about my expectations about pregnancy versus the reality. So, for those of you who do not know who I am, I'm Kumgisha Joan. Yes, I've introduced myself. I got married last year in 2021. I conceived immediately by God's grace. I had my baby recently. My baby is making 3 months, I think. 3 months in a few days. And it is really by God's grace. It was tough. It has been a hard journey. Still coping with it, but everything is now better, and I'm thankful to God. Like, I'm getting the rhythm, the groove of it. And I thank God for that. So back to the topic. So, my expectations versus the reality. Number one, the first expectation that I had about pregnancy was, once you're pregnant, you're going to be happy, always happy. It is different when you conceive unexpectedly, and when you conceive when you want to. So, I just felt like if I get pregnant, that would be good because I'm married. What else is there to wait for? So I knew when I'm pregnant, I'm going to be these women who slay. You touch your tummy, you walk around touching your tummy, you're happy, you're always, show off the bump, go for a photo shoot. That was my expectation. Reality, I could hardly get out of bed. For some reason, I just felt like everything was not adding up. Even when I went past those months of puking, and I was still in and out of hospitals. So I really did get those moments. I'll just get those moments where I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant, or when my baby kicks and I'm like, oh, my baby, something like that. But I did not really get those moments of, oh, I know pregnancy is different for everyone, but to me, these are my expectations that I had, and the reality, I did not have that. Number two, I had this thing of, when it comes to when you're pregnant, I'm going to slay. I'm going to be a slay mama. I'm going to dress up. I'll put on those body hugging dresses. I'll put on leggings, and slay, put on a high heel, or put on a shoe. And reality, my foot grew from size 39, which is an 8, to 42. I couldn't fit my small foot in a 39 shoe. Not even 40, not even 41 could fit. And when it came to clothes, being naked was much better, if that was an option. But I had to dress up, so I would prefer like lesus or something really light, yeah. But I just don't know how people do it. But I've said, as in pregnancies, treat people differently. So maybe, yeah, but that was my expectation of I'm going to slay. That didn't happen for me. And then expectation number 3, it comes to appetite. Bananga, I thought I'm going to eat. If you know me too well, you know I'm a foodie. Like, food is big. My expectation was I'm going to eat. I can say I ate, but I reached a time whereby I couldn't put anything down if it was not KFC. And that was like at the beginning. Luckily enough, like I, at the beginning, like at I had some little money on me, so it was more like KFC all the time. Like, even if I just ate just one piece of chicken, that was enough. If I didn't have KFC, I could barely get anything down. I couldn't, I hated rice, I hated fish, I hated matoke. I literally, like, all foods were no beans, no what. I just didn't want to eat anything. I resorted to snacks. I think I ate more biscuits, I ate more bread, and I wish I could. I think I can. I don't know if I still have that picture, but the funny thing is that I resorted to eating funny things, like funny things I ate. I ended up, I ended up like having to eat. I ended up having to eat uh, things like, things like I would mix bread. I put in biscuits. I put in milk, like this milk that is powdered milk, and then I would just mix everything. And trust me, that is the only thing that I would only get down my throat. Like, the only thing. All other things were very hard. And my husband would look at what I'm eating and he's like, what is that? Like, it would look like oats in a, like I would get a bowel, a big bowel, yeah? He would look at it and he's like, what is that you're eating? And that is something that I wanted to eat every morning, every lunch, every evening. Like, it's the only thing I wanted to eat. I would just get my bowl, put in like 3 slices of bread, put in a pack of biscuits, put in milk, put in some little sugar, put in water. Like, I don't know. So, my appetite was really, yeah. And then number 4, my expectations. I expected, like, on antenatals, I don't know, I had this thing of like, I was going to be prepared mentally about everything. When you go for antenatal, that's antenatals that really teach. Like, they teach you, you'll handle your baby like this, you'll do this, you'll do this, you'll do this. But unfortunately for me, it was totally different. Like, I would go for antenatal, and that day they're just telling you maybe do a scan, and after a scan, they check your baby and they're like, you're fine. So I didn't have that antenatal whereby, like, people used to say, like, when you go for antenatal they teach you how to hold the baby, how they like show you how to do, like, those antenatal classes. I think i I didn't experience that, yeah. So I went in everything raw, but the good thing is that I had taken care of my brother's kids. So I think that is the experience that I was riding on. Other than that, I was really blue. Yes. So I wanted to answer some of the questions. I think those are the 4 expectations, yeah, that were like really on top of my list. Other than that, I didn't have like Maybe also when it comes to the the expectation of having a normal delivery and a C-section. I thought when you have a normal delivery, it is more like no pain, nothing. Like you just be like, oh, and you deliver, and that is it. And no, it is way around. I thought when you have a normal delivery, it is so painful. Like I'd escorted so many of my friends who are having normal delivery, and it was too painful. It was what? So I was like, yeah. So when I ended up like in that option of C-section, I just had this thing of like, oh, I'm going to have less pain. Let no one lie to you. When you get a C-section, it is like having 3 children at once. Because my friends I would escort, they cry at that moment, but once it is done, they are good to go. 1, 2 weeks, and they're good to go. It is 3 months, and I can barely do most of the things. Like, it is like having 3 children at once. I don't know. Like I said, different experiences for everyone, but to my experience, my expectation for C-section was underrated. Really underrated, yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and for those that are watching without subscribing, please subscribe to your girl, yeah, and ask me all the questions that you want to to have me answer. As I've told, there's someone who was asking me how old my baby is. My baby is now making 3 months in a few days, yeah. And someone was asking about for me to record my routine. I will probably do that when we get a clear routine. Right now it's more, he's not yet like there to get a clear routine. He normally changes, so I'll do that when it becomes like quite normal. And then night routine, all those things, yeah. And then someone else was asking me about my baby's name, and yeah, I think all that will come out. I will reveal everything when like we reach that time of like routines and what, because yeah. So other than that, I love you so much, guys. I stay Communication Joan, Natasha Senoga. Oh my what? I love you guys. Take care. Stay blessed. Remember, Jesus loves you, and there is nothing you can do that can make him love you more or less. Okay. Bye.